As somebody who has been studying metabolism for decades, top level, like what are the conclusions that you've drawn from the randomized controlled trials that you've performed about the relationship between metabolism, weight gain, and weight loss?
Yeah. So when people are losing weight and they are decreasing their body size, either by, an exercise intervention, a diet intervention, a pharmacotherapy or something like that, they tend to at rest, their resting metabolism when they're not moving is decreasing. Now, it seems to decrease even more than you'd expect, at least transiently, while they're in active weight loss compared to what you'd expect for their decreasing body size. Larger people burn more calories than smaller people. So it goes to, figure that you would, as you become smaller, you burn fewer calories. But it turns out in the process of becoming smaller, during that period when you're actively losing weight, it seems like metabolism slows even more than expected. This is something called metabolic adaptation. One of the most extreme cases of this was seen in volunteers in Minnesota who volunteered for a starvation experiment by Ancel Keys back during World War II. The idea was they volunteered to serve their country. They were conscientious objectors, and they basically said, we're going to starve because eventually the war is going to end, and we need to learn how to refeed all these people in Europe who've been subject to starvation during the war. And so these folks basically were relatively lean to begin with. And 36 people underwent like a 50% calorie restriction. And you could just see their resting metabolic rate falling, and it went down much more than you'd expect based on how much weight that they lost. A similar sort of thing was observed by us when we examined these folks in this Biggest Loser television competition. We saw that while these folks were doing insane amounts of exercise and cutting their calories in their diets, their metabolic rate was slowing by a huge amount as well during this program.